So here I have 8 divided by 7, okay? And, we can do a little estimating. It goes in at least one time with a little left over. But we're going to go ahead and work it out with a decimal point. So the 8 is the dividend. And I'm going to make a long line there because we're going to go ahead and work this out as far as we can go. This, of course, 7 is the divisor. Now, 8 does go into, 7 goes into 8 one whole time. And 1 times 7 is 7. So we're going to find the difference. And we have 1 left over. Now, because we're not going to just put remainder 1, we're going to use the decimal point and bring down a 0. Now, 7 goes into 10 one time. So I'm going to subtract. And hopefully this part you already know how to do. Again, we still have a remainder, so I'm going to add another 0. Bring that down. 7 goes into 30 4 times. 7 times 4 is 28. Again, we're going to subtract. Gives me 2. Because I have a remainder, I want to bring down another 0. 7 goes into 20 2 times. That's going to be 14. Again, I want to subtract. That leaves me with 6. Again, I want to bring down a 0 because I have that remaining amount. 7 goes into 60, 8 times. 8 times 7 is 56. Again, we have, I'm going to have to zoom out here so we can see the problem on the paper, because we're going to go down a couple more times. So we've got another remainder. We want to bring down another 0. You might be wondering at this point, when is it going to end? For some, it's not going to. It's just going to continue on, and that would, and there's different types. There's repeating, in which a number or a series of numbers are going to repeat over and over again. Or it'll just continue on without really following a pattern. Anyway, let's go ahead and take this a few more times. How many times does 7 go into 40? Well, I know 7 times 5 is 35. Okay, and I got 5 left over. Again, I'm going to add that 0. And I know 7 times 7 is 49. 49, subtract, I get 1 left. Now, I'm going to stop here because I want to show you something. And maybe you found it. So I'm going to go ahead and, with my red pen, mark over the remainder amount before I added the 0. So on my first problem, I had a 1. Then I subtracted and I came up with 3. And then I added the 0. I subtracted, I came up with a 2 and then added a 0. When I subtracted, I got a 6. I added a 0. When I subtracted, I got a 4. Added a 0. And then when I subtracted, I got a 5. And then I subtracted 49 from that 50, and I got a 1. Now, notice, up until the very end, the numbers the difference when I was subtracting, they were all different. This was a 1, a 3, a 2, a 6, a 4, a 5, and then the last one was a 1. So what's going to happen is I'm going to continue to get a difference of a 3, a difference of a 2, a difference of a 6, a difference of a 4, and a difference of a 5. So this answer is going to be a repeating decimal, and we're going to represent that it's repeating by putting a line over the part that is going to be repeating. Now, on your homework or in a quiz, you're not going to be writing out your answers like this. You're going to be told to most likely to round to a certain place value, because some of these answers can even continue on, or maybe they're not repeating and there's just a bunch of digits in the quotient, the answer. So I'm going to be telling you how to round. So let's just look at this number and examine some examples of rounding. Let's say that I'm asking you to round to the nearest tenths place. Okay, so if we identify, and I'll go ahead and zoom in again so we can see it. Here's my answer, 1.142857. We want to think about the place values of each digit within our number. So, of course, that's a whole number. That's a ones place. This is the tenths place, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, millionths. Very hard to say that THS on the end. Okay, so if the 1 is in the tenths place, what we want to do is look to the digit to the right to determine if we're going to keep the 1 in the tenths place or if we're going to bump that up to a 2 tenths. But because this digit in the hundreds place is less than 5, we're going to keep it at 1/10. So our answer would be 1 1/10, or 1.1. Again, if we wanted to round to the hundreds place, okay, we want to identify the digit in the hundreds place, and that would be the 4. We're going to look to the right because that is a digit that's less than 5. We're going to keep that 4. We're not going to round to 5. So our answer is going to be 1 1400ths, or 1.14. Now let's do one more. We'll do the thousandths place. Say, as you know, in one of your instructions, it says round your answers to the nearest thousandths place. Again, we want to identify which digit is in the thousandths place. That would be the 2. I want to look to the right. That number is more than 4. It's so 5 and above, give it a shove. That means we're going to convert this 2 to a 3. Okay, so we're going to have 1 143 thousandths, or 1.143.